period should be from
All right,
beginning of
all
this
right.
year to
And
the end of
what
this
can I do
year.
now? I can just follow up the step.
And the sales area I have is
So
1010
instead of
and 00.
in the warehouse management monitor, we go to
The business
work
volume selection
scheduling,
criteria is based on the
um,
material and the
schedule
customer.
replenishment, and do it for the product.
Let me go for it. And
Perform. I can
B8,
just so
the
warehouse
first
number, source
customer,
type, product
the
replenishment quantity is 100.
C620B26 should be my Leonardo
Process
26, and
type is
secondly the material,
3010, I think PVC
which
or
would
something
be
like that.
then the
And I'm going to
P620.
execute this perform replenishment. This is the replenishment warehouse
326,
task that has been created.
the Bing Part 26, yeah.
Back to
Then we
the
move on to
monitor,
create the
I
conditions
don't
for the
think that
sales
we will
rebate.
see it in the
First,
inbound or
condition type
outbound. It is
RS1.
more or less in all right. I think we can start with the live stream today. Sorry, I was being lately this time. It was just as you might know, yesterday I have a couple of issues with um, live stream setup, and therefore I couldn't stream for the whole 3 hour shit, and it was cut it into three different live streams, and I really don't want it. And so this morning I want to make sure that all the testing has been set up perfectly, and we should be able to do the live stream today. So just the mic test. I hope that you can hear me clearly and without anything. Just let me check also in between. All right, so it seems to work. Let's just jump into our topic today. So from yesterday, we have already gone through the first 5 different exercise of doing basic configuration in EWM with login, display basic EWM documents, and we also configured the SAP ERP warehouse integration settings, so as the EWM warehouse integration settings, and we have also tested by creating an outbound delivery from sales order, then they will be distributed to EWM, and we can navigate throughout the whole basic setup. Yeah, I have also prepared like an PowerPoint having out notes here. I think around 5-7 steps of assigning the planned sort location to warehouse number, configure the warehouse as an EWM1, generate the distribution model. This is an optional configuration of activating delivery split by the warehouse number. And the first four from the standard blue color is from the SAP ERP, so the S/4HANA core. And moving to EWM, we will be defining all the business system, assigning to the logical system, which is the technical one. And then we map the warehouse number from ERP to the warehouse number in EWM. And finally, we also need to map the stored location from ERP system to EWM. Otherwise, all the outbound and inbound delivery will be stuck because EWM cannot determine the stored location that has been defined in the outbound delivery from ERP. Yeah, and after doing this step, we refresh the queue again, and we find every delivery is relevant for our stuff. And now moving to the topic for today, which is we starting with perform delivery document mapping. So I think we have 39 left, minus 6, yeah, which is 33 plus 1, 34 exercise left. I'm not sure if we can manage to do everything till next week, but we will see. Alright, so the basic example is that the emergency orders are used to process customer orders that are processed and shipped the same day for expedited delivery. In ERP, the customer has created a new sales document type ZE18, which is configured in similar fashion as the SAP rush order. When the customer saves the ZE sales order document, an outbound delivery is created. This delivery is sent to EWM, where the new EWM delivery documents are created with higher processing priority for expedited delivery. All right, so it means that any rush order delivery inside ERP will be also mapped to a high priority delivery type inside EWM, so that they can be processed quickly for the rush order. So first we need to create a new EWM delivery types 3, a request, an order, and delivery document to represent the emergency delivery in EWM. Project team has decided that emergency delivery should have their own number range. So during the copying, change the number range for the outbound delivery order and final delivery. Alright, so we have here the 3 document categories that we are going to create inside EWM with the delivery type outbound as a template, ODR, PDO, and FDO. The new EWM outbound delivery document type to be created. Alright. This is the document type. They look the same, but the document category is different. And we have also the document description as well: emergency delivery, emergency order, and emergency delivery request. All right, and we perform the delivery document integration. So again, another mapping. We probably need to map the Z out. I think the Z out means the outbound delivery in ERP, and we map it to the ZE18. Okay, so outbound delivery to outbound delivery, and they also map the item type to the item type in EWM in the integration mapping table. So let's see. Here we have the mapping of the following entries in the delivery date types mapping table. Dates type ERP, so a lot of dates here with the relevant to the document type in EWM, the item type, the start date, end date. All right. For potential delivery split trigger in EWM, it's necessary to assign a split profile to be used in ERP, as well as a number range. So the document type ZE, so the outbound delivery inside EWM, they will have a number range like delivery interval, item number increment, and split profile. Alright, so that would be the first part, and next we are going to test this whole thing by creating an emergency order, create an outbound delivery. This should be then created automatically, and then we check the warehouse monitor. Alright, that could be the first part of today's live stream. Before doing that, let's also go through the theory itself, setting up the delivery integration. Let's see what we have here. It's important to understand the basic EWM integration settings for delivery document, and the following figure provides overview of functions supported here. So we have from ERP the blue color, we have a delivery. This will be copied to warehouse request. If we have any delivery change inside EWM, we will change the warehouse request, and this change will be forwarded back to ERP with a change message, and the delivery will be updated here. So the third step is that there will be a delivery split inside EWM, and also they send back to ERP and split matrices to update this original delivery to be splitted as well. And finally, after doing the confirmation, like the post good issue, good movement in EWM, this is also updating the partial delivery here, delivery 1 to completed delivery 1. Alright, and what else do we have here? We have the EWM delivery document control. We have also the header and item, just as we have in the ERP. So in header we have the shipping point, good, recipient, and in the item we have material and quantity. Alright, we will see later. And in the header they always have this document category and document type. The same goes for item category and item type. A little bit confused. What is category and what is type? I think for me, category means that it is either inbound or outbound delivery document, and document type means that with the same outbound or inbound delivery document, you have different order types. For example, as we see earlier, there could be what was it again? I think the other way around, isn't it? So the outbound delivery type is the same. Okay, so maybe the other way. The document type is the same. It's about the outbound delivery or outbound delivery document inside EWM. And regarding the document category, we could have different values. For example, request, order, and delivery. Even though they have the same document type, but they belongs to different document category. Alright, I don't know why SAP defines it, but okay, if that's a rule, then we follow it, and maybe it makes sense further when we learning more into it. I think the same for item category and item type. I think we have a lot of item type the same. Have document item type is about delivery, yeah, and we don't have any item category here, at least for now. Okay, EWM document category, as said, we have notification, we have request, we have order, we have outbound delivery, and for posting change, we have also posting change request and posting change itself, and the stock transfer. Only show the most important document categories. Alright. This is the document type in EWM. It classifies document with regard to the primary business use of the document. So I said I think it's related to process. Document type is related to process. Inbound delivery production, about warehouse reorganization, replenishment, stock transfer and posting change. And related to EWM delivery documents, we have of course document type as the first one, and below that we have document category. For example, for inbound process document type, we have notification and delivery. And for outbound, we have then outbound request, order, and delivery. And then a couple of things. And for item categories, we have standard item delivery, packaging item, return items, tax item, and value item. And regarding the item types, I think is related again to the business process. So the type related to process, and item category is what it is used for. And service profiles, we have system profile and customer profiles. System profiles are predefined in EWM system and cannot be changed. All right. And to configure your own business process, you need to create your customer profiles. All right. Service profile assignment and delivery document configuration. So I think in the good receipt process, expected good receipt process, good issue process, internal warehouse process, these all process need a configuration. We have then a document header with document type and category with all the relevant configuration like number range, description, retention period, and so on. And so as the document item. And the delivery document determination, it will be then based on first document category, which is a source documentation, source document, probably outbound or inbound delivery, the document type from the source document, and the document category from the target one. All right, interesting. And regarding this is the header determination, and regarding the item position determination, there will be even a lot more based on document category, and these are all optionals, and plus the item category, and they will get an item type here. All right. So ERP document to EWM document integration, you need to maintain delivery integration settings in the EWM system. All right, so we have business system, ERP, document type, initiator, communication change, or what is it? And it will then determine the delivery document type. All right, that could be a big topic, but just walk you through a little bit of the theory, and I think then I think we should be good enough to execute the mapping ourselves. But let's see. I need first to create a new EWM delivery types. How can I do this? Let's find out. In basic customizing, and I go to hands-on exercise and access. let's see what we could have here. Since I'm still in the green color, it is EWM. Okay, it's lagging a little bit, but okay. Don't know why with EWM they always log out, but we log in again. My user is EWM 110.18. I'm going to SPRO, and I will be searching under supply chain, extended warehouse management, and I will be finding good issue process, outbound delivery, define document types for outbound delivering process. I think it should be the one. Yeah, for the outbound delivering process. I think for the good receipt process, we also have something like that. For inbound delivery, and we can also define the document types there. What about the master data? We can define the warehouse number, assign it, define the storage type, storage sections, and so on. And what other things we have? The internal warehouse process, I think replenishment control, posting change, cross-process settings, it should be then handling unit, warehouse order, warehouse task. Don't know if we have here also the process-oriented storage control, but we will see. And also the interface, which we have talked quite a few yesterday, related to the general setting of business system and control the secured delivering processing thing. We have here defined number range for logistic execution deliveries. All right, map the item types. Okay, we also need to touch it today, just to see. Alright, so a lot of integration we have from EWM to other system, but now focusing on our exercise, we have good issue process. I'm going to the outbound delivery, and we're going to define the document types for outbound delivering process. So here I have quite a few. We have a document type, document category, incompleteness profile, quantity, offset profile. So a lot of profile has been setting up for this document category, and I think we have then a template from this outbound delivery type. I'm going to search for it. Here we go. And which value do I exactly have it? All right, so I think I'm going to use the outbound delivery document type outbound, but the document category I'm going to use is ODR, PDO, and FDO. So first start off with emergency delivery request from ODR, outbound delivery request. So ODR, what did LTS? Outbound delivery simple. Okay, yeah, I'm going with the normal one. So outbound delivery request, I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to change it to emergency delivering request. 18 is my group, 1 minute SAP. So I simply copy all the profiles that I have here. That could be then the first step. I think for number range, I don't have any here. Even I don't know if we have a number range dedicated here, but that could be enter. The target key must be different from the source key. Can I skip it, or I don't know. Yeah, one thing is the new outbound delivery document type. We need to have as ZE18. All right, let's click on enter. So I have here my order delivery request for the ZE18 outbound delivery type. Let's save it first, and I go back to outbound, and we are going to create then the PDO, which is the order PDO. Copy this, change it to ZE18, and copy this stuff here. Delivery order 18, 1 minute SAP. Validation, just click on continue, save it. Then I'm going to find the last one, which is the outbound delivery itself, FDO, emergency delivery. I'm going to copy this, change this to ZE18. What else? Yeah, emergency delivery group 18. One minute SAP, and save this. So now we have our new document type and document category assigned. Now is our time to go to the integration part and map the document type from ERP to the document type in EWM. For that, I think I will not go here inside the good issue process, but I'm going to interface, going to ERP integration, delivering processing, and we are going to map the document types from ERP to okay. Before doing that, just one thing that I want to do is I want to document all the configuration steps before moving on. So it will take a little bit long time in the live stream as in the video, but yeah, I really want to do it. Otherwise, we forgot everything we have done. So I'm looking for the ZE18. So this could be all the thing that I have done. And we note it down here. So now is mapping, so integration, delivery document, ERP, EWM. So and I also need another thing here. First step, we are going to have create new delivery type and category, and this is the viewed. And what else do I want to note it down here is transaction path. So it will be this path from extended warehouse management, and we go through this one. One more thing that I want to add is insert text box, copy from outbound delivery document type, document category what is wrong with me is yeah, we can actually simply copy this table here. Yeah, even easier. Yeah, even easier to follow up. Yeah. So let's this design me want. Yeah, this is the path, and I want it to be bigger. Also like this. Yeah, it doesn't need to be consistency or beautiful. It's just for my own note. So okay, I'm going to add this as a tab, and I'm going to copy this one to post it here and do it like this. First is integration from EWM to ERP. I could say topic 1. Yeah, topic 1 from yesterday. And now we are at topic 2, integration. Yeah, going to do it like that. And here we go, topic 2. Okay, perfect. And then after every topic, then I can have the own number of steps what we had to do, and this is how it is. All right. Moving on with exercise. Sorry, I think with this documentation it will take longer, but I believe this is the right rate for me to review all the configuration steps when preparing for the certification, or at least in projects when I forgot something. I can also resort to this documentation. So I'm going to map the document type. Map document type. So this is the path, and how the transaction could look like is we have a business item, document type in ERP, and what is this? Condition initial communication change. We also need to see that. Okay, no idea what this is. Advanced returns management. All right, good receive, scrapping, transportation, cross-docking. Okay, so it's more or less about the business process, and here we have document type. So what I'm going to do now is I have this simply ZE. Do I have also to I also have to set up the delivery split is communicated back to ERP. All right, but the thing is I don't have to give here the business item, right? Simply the document type and communication code, I could say. So yeah, new entries, business item, just leave it blank. Document category is ZL18, and inside ERP we have ZE18, which the one we have just created. Click on save, come back, and it is how the table could look like. All right, move on to the next step. We are going to map the item type to EWM item type in the integration table. To do that, I'm going back and map item types from ERP to EWM. And let's scroll down. I could have some other things like document type, item type, document type from EWM, catchword product and item types. Alright, so I think going to create some news, for example ZL18 10, ZE17, and about delivery. Yeah, okay, just copy from the previous training environment. I'm going to say it 18, ZE18, and about delivery. Click on enter and save. Then moving on, we are going to map the following entries for delivery date types. Sorry, this could be then the transaction, I guess. Yeah. Map the date type. And what do we see there inside? We have date type ERP, document type, item type. Then we have start date, end date. Alright, just going to copy the one from other training environment. They have probably just done it yesterday. Yeah, this is the document type from ERP, document type from EWM, item type is probably from EWM, and we have this good issue start date, not sure what it is. Okay, good issue start, and issue good issue ended, confirm ended. Alright, simply copy this and we change it to 18. Simple as that, and save. Alright, done with the fourth part. Moving on. For potential delivery split triggered in EWM, it's necessary to assign the split profile to be used in ERP. Yeah, before moving on, yeah, additionally we have to set up how a delivery split is communicated back to ERP. This is interesting. I don't know if I have missed this configuration, but we can check the solution together later on. But moving with this part, we have a document type, delivery interval, item number increment, and split profile. So this should be then being configured in the EWM delivery type, right? So I come back. Assign the split profile to be used in ERP, as well as a number range, item interval to EWM. Is this the one? Otherwise, I'm not sure. I have here this number range for the logistic delivery. Yeah, we have this split profile from the item. Yeah, but it's not the delivery type inside ERP, EWM, sorry. So let's see. I will go to about delivery again. What is determination? We have item category, a document category, document type. How can I assign this step here? Quite confusing, right? We have the delivery interval. I think this should be then the number range and then item number increment. But I don't see it nowhere. Probably the document types. If I go now to ZE18, if I double click on this, yeah, I have here the retention period. I have here the internal number range. Do I need to select it to 01? But where do I, this is the item number range, right? Not the delivery. Yeah, could be some other settings then. I'm not sure. Let's search for it is when I assign the update the delivery split from EWM back to the original ERP. I think this should be the settings, right? I think this is the one. Yeah, not sure what SUOM stand for, stock specific item probably, but yeah, I think it should be then the split delivery item. But yeah, I think it's best that we can check quickly the solution before we miss anything. Two things I'm worried is the additional setup, how delivery split is communicated back to ERP, and the second step it is potential delivery split trigger in EWM. All right, let's check it. First with the second exercise, they map it like this. All right, and map the item position Z out to order delivery. Okay, and then they create these item types. All right, okay, I see nowhere they talk about whether we need to I probably forgot to select the number range. Yeah, this could be one thing that I have forgot. Let's also check it. PDO'd. Right, I have it here. Right, so let's get back with our document category. I will search for ZE18. FDO, we have PDO and FDO. FDO is 88. Double click on this. Need 88 number range. Chain documents mint. Okay, so actually nothing. And PDO, I need 77. All right. Then I think moving to the last part of the split profile, there will be then under interface delivering processing control message processing dependent on recipient. All right, so this is where they're talking about. Then I move back to interface, ERP integration, general settings, right? Oh, where was it again? Delivering processing. Control method process based on recipient. All right. So this should be then assign the split profile. Going into it, I have the item type inside EWM, the handling unit and parameter, number range interval for logistic delivery, SPRO split profile. All right. Alright, I'm probably just search for one of my training user, and then I will copy this from ZE18 report HU data, delivery interval is 01, item increment and split profile 003. Enter. And this is how the table look like. All right, save this, and I think we are good to go with the integration. Now finally, let's just have some look into test this configuration. First, starting off with creating an order type, or sales order, sorry, and then with the rush order, I think an outbound delivery will then be automatically created. Let's have a look then. I will go back to ERP with this blue color, VA01, ZE18, ZE18, oh, ZE18, hey, what? So bad with my keyboard today. So here, emergency order EWM, the so-to party could be then TE1A18. Purchase order reference is 1822, access unit 2, exercise 2. And this is the material T. Yeah, the order quantity is 10. So let's save this. So order has been created, so, and also its delivery. And I'm going to note down here my sales order number and the outbound delivery order number. So also checking the document flow, displayed, enter. Here you see my emergency order and its delivery. And I could say we go to EWM, Warehouse Management Monitor. Warehouse number is E118, and we should check for the outbound delivery document. Based on the logistical delivery, going to copy it here. Should be available here. No objects meet selection criteria. Well. Why do I stuck again? Okay, no worries. Let's go to the queue as MQ2. This is not always going to run smoothly, as many of it is. So let's display all the messages. So I have here, this should be then my queue, and mandatory date T delivery could not be mapped for. Okay. Let's ask my friend then. It should be some thing that we have missed. So I have a queued again in SMQ2 in EWM related to date could not be mapped. Where should I check the mapping? Alright, in the meantime, when my friend looking for it, I'm going to note down issue again, the delivery not posted. And let me also note down this configuration, or this the transactional data have been set up here. This is the order and this is the queue that I'm having. The order has not been posted. It can be small and it is to be bigger. So we know exactly that the mandatory date. Why it is so small? Okay, it's fine, yeah. Then we check how we can see the setup configuration. It should be map this from ERP system to EWM. All right. Isn't this a thing that we have done earlier? Let's check together then. Let's check together in SPIO. A little bit confusing, to be honest. So we go again to extended warehouse management, to interfaces, ERP integration, delivering processing, and I will map the date types. Right, this is the date types. Yeah, I think we have already done it, or is there anything wrong that we have done here? So did I forgot to save that? Yeah, I do have my ZE18 here. So what is the issue? Or do I miss any entries? Okay. So we have a lot of entries that we need to copy. Not simply the good issue date, but also this settings here. Okay, my bad. It's my bad. We need to copy the whole configuration here. I think I have probably only copied the last row, but I'm not creating for the first 3 rows, so probably also need to check this. First positioned. What is this date again? Can you say me? This is the LF date. Delivery date time. All right, and I'm going to copy this from my friend, change it to 18th. Save the first one, and I probably also need the what is this, RKO date. Okay, RKO date, just copy this. And all right, select 17. I copy this to 18th, and everything should be the same. Enter, save, and the last row should be this one. What is this date here? LD date, which is loading date time. All right, then I need it also from 17. Copy this and 18. All right, perfect. Then we know it. I just make sure the table here, and I note it down. Solution, make sure to have all the dates maintained, and it is under this transaction. Transaction was this one, yeah. All right, perfect. Then I think I'm happy to move on. Now I will then refresh the queue again and we check it. Go to display log, and I select the line and execute the LOV. Now I think we should be able to find it. All right. So let's go again to warehouse management monitor, and I will execute this, and here we go. This is my emergency order 18. Perfect. Now we found it. Result. All right. So now we have done our second topic with toward the side. I think I'm kind of happy to move on and have a quick pause on coffee, and we will see each other later on. Yeah. The next topic that we are going to cover is, let's see, we are at exercise 7. Now we need to verify and supply chain unit. Really short one. And then determinability groups. Configure the basic warehouse structure. Yeah, a lot of things now. I think now we have been finishing with the configuration of integration. Now moving on to the configuration for the extended warehouse management. All right. Yeah, happy to move on. And we have, let's see. I could say we have around, yeah, I think give me a 5-minute pause. Yeah, should be enough for me then. Alright, I'm back. Let us continue with our content. Where did we left? So from the last hour, we have done the integration setting for delivery document mapping and already tested. Now it's high time we move on to the next exercise, exercise 8, verified and supply chain unit. This example is that EWM requires that certain organization units are represented by the supply chain units such as warehouse, shipping and receiving points. A supply chain unit has been created for your EWM warehouse, the E18. You need to verify that it has been created and the appropriate business attributes have been assigned. Alright. View your supply chain unit and verify that the correct business attributes are present in the supply chain unit. So I have this supply chain unit E118. I think the same name as my warehouse number. The type is 1008. Business attribute is INV, RO, and SO. Not sure what it is, but we will find out. First, let's also walk through the theory. So I think it should be under the EWM warehouse structure, and the physical structure of the warehouse or warehouse complex create an EWM structure that mirror this. Define the individual physical areas within the warehouse, such as high-rack storage area, box storage, fixed bin. Okay. We also need to define the storage bins for each storage type as well. So EWM uses storage bin to manage stock information for all product in the warehouse at storage bin level. Alright, so these are all the rack, and this could mean each component here could be a storage type, and in each storage type here I have a lot of bins and I put my material inside. Or here I think they've been called a quant, for example, and here on the top I have a lot of pallets. So warehouse structure elements, I have warehouse number, storage type, storage section, bin, activity area. I think this is everything that I have done in the last learning journeys of beginner course. Sorry, not this one, but this one, EWM, where you can check also the storage bin and also everything relevant to it. Coming back for the topic today, warehouse number. So the organizational and physical attribute of a warehouse complex are set in customizing under warehouse number. This attribute includes the weight unit, volume unit, and time unit. There are also various determination procedures for packaging specifications that are assigned at the warehouse number level. So as a rule, use one warehouse number for each group of storage areas or buildings in the same geographical location. All right. If your warehousing facilities are located in different cities or are physical separated by longer distance, define and separate warehouse number to each warehouse complex. All right. Okay, then if we create new warehouse, we can simply copy the warehouse customizing function to copy either one of the predefined template. So I think this is normally the way that we going to configure anything new in the SAP standard process. We will work on a template, we copy something that is already defined, and we just adjust it based on the customer requirement needs. And yeah, because more or less when we copy some warehouse number or even sales order type and so on, for example in SD configuration, we not only copy the configuration of the sales order itself, we also copy all the copy control relevant to that order type. And I think the same go for warehousing and so on. So the best practice could be we copy the warehouse number from a template and we adjust it based on the needs. All right, so after we create new warehouse, we need to make a one-time assignment of supply chain unit with the business attribute INV warehouse to the warehouse number. You can also assign a business partner as custodian. What is this? All right, so custodian means I think this is in Vietnamese, but it's simply someone who is guarding the warehouse All right, supply chain unit and custodian. Okay, this is a related part or interesting part that we are going to do today. Supply chain unit contain essential information for the warehouse complex such as country, region, and time zone. In case of SAP NetWeaver-based EWM, when a plant's location is created in EWM by transfer using the core interface CAF, the system automatically creates a supply chain unit with identical general and address data and the business character planning location. Conversely, if you manually create an SCU with the business character planning location, automatically create a location. All right. Here we have a hint that each warehouse number required a unique supply chain unit. All right. In an environment where several warehouses exist is one physical location, it is necessary to create additional SCUs manually in the EWM system. All right. One plan equal to one location created through CIF, one supply chain unit equal to one warehouse number that use that SCU. Okay, so if we have a lot of warehouse number in the same plant, we need to create several supply chain units manually in the EWM system and assign it to the warehouse number if they are in the same plant. For example, if I have a plant in Munich and I have a lot of locations like one in Olympia Park, one in Frankfurter Ring, one in I don't know, Esching. So even though close to Munich or in the Munich area, there were a lot of plants, or even they called it a plant, but the plant is too big and they have a lot of warehouse number defined within that. And therefore, since we have only one supply chain unit assigned to one plant, and therefore only the first warehouse number will use as SCU. So if we have a lot of multiple warehouse number created within the same location plant in the physical reality world, we need to create for every new additional warehouse number manually a supply chain unit. In embedded EWM or decentralized, the SCU for warehouse is always created manually. All right. Independently of the way SCUs were created, you have to assign the business attribute warehouse manually. All right. We have custodian. Each warehouse number also requirement to a business partner that represent the custodian, store, manage, and further process stock for another business partner without transfer of title. The custodian only maintains effective possession of stock, whereas the owner maintains the legal possession. All right, and we have also other topics like shipping office and good receive office, which is not relevant for me now. One thing that I want to ask is what exactly is this warehouse attribute that we are going to look for? But let's dive directly into the chaining environment, and we will see how exactly is the warehouse attribute is going to be configured. There we'll go back to SPRO and go to supply chain. Here I hope to find a supply chain unit since I'm here the first time. Supply chain unit. Okay, SCU supply. Okay, let's see if we can find any supply chain unit here. In extended warehouse management, production supply assignment. So not a lot. I think it should be then under the master data. We can define assigned warehouse number. What is the assigned warehouse number? Yeah. This is the supply chain unit that I have, the custodian. What is this? This is the default party entitled to dispose. All right. So this is the assignment of my warehouse number and business partner. Defines warehouse number control. What I have here is I have factory calendar, all the procedures that I have. This should be then for the process oriented sort control thing. Interesting. And do I have any supply chain unit here that I can see? Defined warehouse number. If I search for my E118, if I double click on that, do I have anything? No, it's just simply the warehouse number and the description. What is this SCM basics? Integration. This is like probably another module, right? Yeah. So I think everything should be relevant here under this extended warehouse management. I just don't know where exactly do I find where to find the, how can I say, where to find the supply chain unit and warehouse attributes for warehouse. Yeah, since I put it on high, so it could be that it take quite a long time, but yeah. So this is transaction assignment, warehouse number, business partner. Yeah, I do see the supply chain unit, but I don't see the attributes. Yeah. So yeah, it is under the assigned warehouse number. I see it earlier. Just also document it. Topic 3, supply chain unit. Here we have assigned warehouse number to SCU, and we find it under this particular transaction. Master data, assigned warehouse number. And the transaction looked like this. It's just that I don't find the warehouse attribute that I need. So let's see. Oh, I forgot to. I need to add this. Right, need to add a new one and put it here. Topic 3, supply chain unit. Don't I have the design again? Can I have it again? Design suggestion for this one. Not much like it. Yeah, somewhere like this. Yeah, I think the warehouse attribute, I need to know where is it. It is under extended warehouse management, defines warehouse number control. So this is all the warehouse attributes that I have: unit of weight, volume, length, unit of time, warehouse control setting, and packaging. So the quick check sequence is identify SCU, check it details. All right, let's just have a look into this particular transaction to see what exactly it does. /end. Okay, so this is basically the transaction earlier that we have seen, but relating to this identifying supply chain unit main. Function is not possible. Why? Supply chain unit E118. Let's click on displayed. All right, so this is a supply chain unit that I have. The type is 1008, which is in warehouse. All right. So I think supply chain unit is simply like an enterprise structure inside SD or MM, but they call it supply chain unit inside warehouse. And what do I have here? The source, longitude, address, and alternative. Here I see all the business attribute. For example, warehouse. It is a warehouse. It is also a good receive office, and it is also a shipping office. All right, that could be it then for this warehouse. The remaining part is where I can find this path of transaction. So I'm going to give it here warehouse attributes for the supply chain unit. It is how it looks like, and where to find this part. I mean, the transaction is this one. But I need to know also the path of it. So it's under master data, define warehouse control number. Define warehouse control number, okay. And if I select E18, I double click on that. Okay, so I have here even a lot more details regarding the warehouse number control, the weight, volume, currency, exception wave, etc., and default storage process type control for the put away and repackaging determination procedure for condition technique. Interesting, but I still don't see the attributes for the supply chain unit. So all right, interesting. How can I find the path of the previous transaction where I was? Let me add it also to my favorite, insert transaction, and this is a warehouse SCMB. I think it's not under SCWM, but SCMB. So this might be under a new different structure. Let me also go to extra and settings. We're going to display the technical names. Regarding this, it's interesting where we would find it. This is under probably not under the supply chain extended warehouse management, I believe. Otherwise, it makes no sense. How to check the path of an SAP transaction? I don't find it under define warehouse number control. Yeah, could be interesting thing to look into, because I don't know where exactly to find the path of this maintain supply chain unit. And even if now I come back to SPO and I search for what was it again? Maintain supply chain unit. I could not find anything. And if I click on supply, or maybe chained, see if we have anything here under EWM or supply chain unit. Supply chain planning interface, supply chain unit. No, I don't have any such transaction, I guess. So probably need to rely on ChatGPT how they tell us to navigate to the transaction. So it's not an SPO configuration activity. You will not find it under defined warehouse number control. It's a master data transaction. All right. Now it makes perfect sense. So if it's not in configuration, but more or less just in master data, then we go under extended warehouse management, go to master data, and here we go, maintain supply chain unit. Yeah, it's simply as that, but it seems to probably makes a problem more complicated as is needed. But yeah, here's simply the exercise. Sorry for exaggerated it, but yeah. Also copy the path. It's not under configuration, but just on master data. All right, it is how it is. All right, perfect. Then moving then to another topic, topic 4. What I'm going to do today again is determine the availability group. Let's see. To link the plan and sort locations in your IP system to a stock type in SAP EWM correctly, you must create improper configuration settings in EWM. We need to review the availability group settings. Some settings related to availability groups in your warehouse have been created. Availability group SPCWRD something representing stock in good receipt processing, receive on dock, and availability group AF18 representing the available for sale has been defined and linked to the SAP standard stock types. And we need to review. Okay, this is the issue that we have seen earlier. That is the issue that I have been struggling and already found a solution for. When we don't find any outbound deliveries created with this combination of plan and sort location available for sales, they are stuck in the queue because we have not assigned this particular combination to the warehouse number. So we need to verify that the availability group settings in your new storage type 0150 result in availability group assignment for own quants placed into the new storage bin storage type. All right, interesting. So now for that, I'm going again to SPO. Now we go with EWM, and we see here regarding the interface, ERP integration, good movement, and map stock location from ERP to EWM. Here they tell us to find the combination of this availability group have been defined in our warehouse E118. Yeah, I think I have added it yesterday, but only for the available for sales, but not for the receive on dock. So this should be it for now. And do we have anything furthermore? Yeah, I think that could be the only transaction. Yeah. So yeah, I can actually create another one for our combinations, but this time is receive on dock, and this should be for also for the availability group for the receive on dock put away. Let's save it, and if I go back, I should be able to see now all the two assignment that I have here, one for available for sale and one for receive on dock. One thing I'm a little bit confused now is what is the availability group and where can we assign it? Let's search. Let's search for it. Availability group. Configure availability group for put away. So this is under the good receipt process. Do we also have it under the good issue process? Do we have it? No. Yeah, here is all the availability group that I have, even for the available for sales and receive on dock. So everything is being maintained here with warehouse number and availability group. One thing I'm just confusing is that why do they put this availability group under the transaction good receipt process? It should be somewhere in general tab, but nevertheless it is how it is. And now we need to verify the settings that link your availability group to the stock type F1 and F2. For better visibility, change the description as following. Okay, where I see the stock type. Define non-location dependent stock type. Assign availability group to storage type. Alright, interesting. So I have here the warehouse number and stock type. And if I find 118 F1, do I have the F1 here? I don't even have the F1. Ah, this is storage type, not stock type, right? Yeah, it should be configure stock type. Warehouse stock type, description for stock type, availability group. Okay. A little bit confused, but I think we can do it. Yeah. Non-location specific. We have warehouse number and non-dependable stock type, and we can actually change it. I think 118 and F1, right? F1. Do I have F1 here? I don't even have F1. Do I have it in the other table? Configure stock type. Okay, so it must be this table then. Not sure what's the difference between these two table means, but let me search for it first. Yeah, I have the warehouse number, stock type is here F1. It is unrestricted use in put away. And I'm going to have it unrestricted use in receive on dock. 18, 1 minute SAP. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, and also for the F2, I'm going to unrestricted use for the plan and available for sales 18. Okay, this should be now sufficient, and this is the availability group. So the stock type is like this, and regarding the stock type, this is probably something that we have been predefined. F1, F2, put F1 put away, F2 is a warehouse, and this is the availability group, and Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, I also need to document all the transactions I have gone through, otherwise I will be forgetting it. So it is under this transaction here. Going to note it down. First, under configure availability group for put away. Secondly, it is under configure stock type. Yeah, it's always good to document something. Otherwise, even when you're in projects, it could be some configurations with development from the customer, and they have their own transaction, own table, and it's therefore always good that you have maintained something for yourself to look for it later on. So yeah, this is topic 4, determine the availability group. Yeah, basically it. What else do we meet? For sublocation scenario, it's necessary that the system does a posting change when the material has arrived in the final storage bin. In order to achieve this, in the storage type availability group, available for sales is assigned as mandatory. Verify that this is done for the storage type 015. Okay, this is about the storage type. I'm getting a little bit more confused with all this configuration, to be honest. So let us see back in the good movement. I don't have the stock type here, so coming back then to this configure to stock type, not stock type, then storage type. I will need to find the warehouse E118-1005. No, I don't have this assignment between E118 and storage type 105. I probably need to create a new one, to be honest. With this new search type, I think we have not created yet, so it's probably one thing that we created, and later on we need to with this storage type, we need to assign it as a mandatory. Okay, yeah. Let me quickly check the solution. I think for this part we have already done it, and this whole two entries for maps.locations from ERP to EWM table, we have already done it with the plan, sort location, logistical system, and the warehouse number and the availability group. This is something that we have done already before, and I think I have even represented in my documentation here. that my queue was stuck in the SMQ2, and therefore after doing the mapping of plant store location from ERP to EWM, like this for available for sales to the availability group AF18, and refresh the queue, the outbound delivery has been found in EWM. So one thing that I'm now confusing within this exercise is that how do I assign the availability group to the storage type? So I think that we might need to create a new one, since I don't find the ones 150 here. So let's see the solutions. They go to good receipt processing, configure availability group for put away. Yes, this is what we have. We are. Click on define availability group. Okay, let's do it step by step. Define availability group. Okay. Then select the activity dialog box. What is the activity dialog box? What do they mean? Is this positioned? Double click on define availability group. They mean this one. Yeah, define availability group. Yeah, okay. Position to warehouse number E118. Yeah, we can of course do that. And here I have 3 combinations or 3 availability group: AF18, PW18, and receive on dock 18. Verify the existence of these 2 groups. Yes, they are there. I don't know what about this new storage type. I've never seen it before. And now we move on to configure stock type, and we position this and change the description. Yes, we have done it. And now for the sort location scenario, it's necessary that the system bin does a posting change when the material has arrived in the final search bin. So how we can do this? They go again to assign availability group to storage type. Use a position to locate the storage type. Okay, it means that they have give us a wrong storage type here. So instead of 150, it is actually 0015. All right, that's the reason why I was confusing in the first place, because I think I was in the right place. So storage type, I'm going to put the warehouse number and storage type here, 0015. This is the high rack storage without handling unit. And probably we can choose details and in the good movement control. Verify that the availability group available for sale is assigned and that the flag for mandatory is set. All right. Availability group for this storage type is available for sale and this is mandatory. All right. So documenting it here. This is not even relevant to the integration, I think, but yeah. What I'm going to do now is going to copy this, put it here, put it there. The first task would be configured, or at least define a stock type assigned to availability group. And secondly, we are going to assign availability group to storage storage type 0015. And how to do that is actually under this. modified search type. And one further thing is under this path, yeah, right here. Going to also highlight it as well, so we don't miss anything in the future. Coming back. All right, let's just redesign it for me. All right, perfect. Yeah, I think with this I'm happy to move on. All right, then we can come back. What they do next, they map the plan sort location from ERP to EWM. And since they do this, they go to execute it again, and everything should look fine. All right, so it is simply we determine the availability groups which we have touched even before when moving into this exercise, where we have already been using it, even assigning it to our plan sort location without even knowing it. But yeah, that could be the topic for availability group. Before I close the session today, I think it's also worth it that we also know a little bit of the theory. I think I moved too quick into the exercise and solution without telling you, or without us knowing the theory about it. So setting up an availability groups for inventory management. So EWM does not maintain the ERP plan and sort location in EWM warehouse quant data. Instead, it uses EWM availability group to determine the EWM stock type. All right, so there's a table that map this, and this is a table that we have seen earlier. So the availability group together with ERP stock type is the link between stock type in EWM and the EW in ERP plan and sort location stock. And this is how it looked like. We have stock type, we have a lot of doors, and here's the good receive area, and with the warehouse task we receive it on dock, and within the deconsolidation area after the warehouse confirmation it will be moved to available for sales area in the final bin. And this has the availability group of the plan and sort location AF00, which is inside EWM. So inside EWM, first we have stock type F1. After the warehouse confirmation, it moved to the stock type F2. And in ERP, they have the stock type which is F, I think unrestricted use. And the sort location first this was received on dock RD00, and later on available for sale. And in the proposed standard EWM setting, the system works with 2 sort locations in ERP and 2 corresponding availability groups. All right, so it's simply that they replicate all the definition of the enterprise structure in ERP into something new, which they call availability group, which is again a combination of plan and sort location. And it configuration as set, I think in warehouse number in EWM we have a lot of stock type. It is again assigned to an availability group, and we have also a non-location dependent stock type, which is inventory management stock type. All right, got it. So I think for F1, F2, as we see earlier, put away and I think receive on dock, we always or available for sale, we always have the stock type of unrestricted use. But for all the stock type like B5, B6, block for put aways and so on, it is BB inside inventory management. And in quality inspection we have Q3 and Q4, which is for put away and available for sales. This is again in QQ stock type in inventory management. And this is the interface mapping that we have done earlier in the mapping. All right, perfect. I think I really love this figure. I'm going to make this a thumbnail of our exercise today instead of this. And owner and party entitled to dispose. Organizational model for EWM integration. We have warehouse number, activate EWM. This is what I have seen. And inside EWM, they have this particular plan and business partner, sub location availability group, and which is again assigned to plan the location inside ERP. All right. That could be it for today. I think I didn't cover a lot of exercise, but I think are the main component parts inside the delivery document mapping, as well as the integration and supply chain unit and availability groups. And I think now we are officially finished with the integration settings related to between ERP and EWM. Tomorrow we will move on with exercise 10, configure basic warehouse structure with a whole lot more new stuff. So yeah, I will see you there. So I hope that have bring you some more value today within this basic configuration in EWM. If you like the content, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me, and if you want to support me personally, you can also really welcome to go to the coffee link which I have given into the channel description and support me with a coffee or so. All right, that could be it for today. So thank you very much and see you in the next one. Bye.